After the Great War, a few Decepticons were granted amnesty. Most have retired, but rumor has it that one was reprogrammed and rebuilt as a Predacon. Hey! Ravage.
Hey guys, Silverlord here, back again with another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Hasbro Pulsecon 2021 exclusive Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Covert Agent Ravage Decepticons Forever! That's right, got another Pulsecon exclusive here because unlike Mattel Creations, you were actually able to get your damn hands on these, might I add. Forgot to mention that in the Venom review yesterday, but y'all know how salty I am towards Mattel Creations, so you know what? They could suck a fat one. Getting him out of the way, though. Looking at the box. It's his ship, which is kind of cool. Getting a little bit of a diorama here. And that little cardboard pop-out bit there is meant for this G1 reissue of Mr. Ravage here, which we will take a quick look at in just a moment. Then on the back, see some more Covert Agent Ravage goodness. Gotta love good old Covert Agent Ravage. I believe he had a Russian accent in the show, so it's all in Soviet Cybertron Ravage hunt you. But taking a look at this G1 reissue of Ravage really quick here. There's not a whole lot going on with this. It feels pretty heavy. It's got some diecast in it, which is pretty rad. My first G1 Transformer, actually. But transformation's relatively simple because it is a 30-year-old mold. But folding him out here, this is all you got to do. And you got Ravage, which, you know, for a flat transformer that turns into a Jaguar, is he supposed to be a Jaguar? And a cassette tape, not too shabby. And he also comes with a couple of vac metal blasters that you can attach to his bupkis here, which does not help him stand in the slightest. So, you know, I got a G1 Ravage, but he's most likely going to go back in the box. I know that's very Mr. Bryan of me, but I don't have a G1 Soundwave to put him in, otherwise I would do that. Is there a G1 Soundwave reissue out that's not like craze balls expensive? Probably not. Probably not. But at any rate, you can fold the legs back up here. Can be easier said than done. And bada bing, bada boom. There he is back in cassette tape mode. So getting that out of the way. Covert Agent Ravage. I love this figure, man. This is a deluxe class, I think. I think it's supposed to be classified as one, but you know what? It's falling out of my hands. It's kind of in between Deluxe and Voyager. This is a deluxe class from like 5 years ago. Back when they used to have decent size to them. Remember those days? I miss those days. Either way, he's got two blasters here, which I will show you what you can do with these in just a moment. But he's got two of them, because this Ravage comes packing some serious heat. It isn't just one of Soundwave's side hose. So, taking a closer look at Ravage here, you can see he's kind of like an Anthro Transformer. So he's furry friendly, as it were. And he's got his Jaguar head. Again, is it a Jaguar? I think it is. And you can actually open the mouth on that thing, and his teeth are all painted in there, which is pretty rad. He's got his red eyes. And for the most part, this is a reuse of Cheetor. The lower legs, the lower arms, I believe are a reuse of Cheetor. Or at least the hands, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. But really, it's the lower legs that stick out to me. The waist is different. The torso's different. These legs are the same. These legs on his back here, which you can't really do much with those. I wish they had more articulation so you could fold them up all the way and just have them flat against his back. Maybe give him a bit of a backpack, but whatever. That works for me. The kind of bent a little bit, giving him a bit of a clawed butt there. And then he's got his tail, which again, he's like an anthro transformer, which is kind of weird. But I do dig it. I think this is cool. But the tail does hinge up and down. Pretty easy. His head is on a ball joint. His jaw opens and closes. I already showed you that, though. His shoulders go out to the side. Go back down. They move forward and back. He does not have a butterfly joint like Cheetor does, unfortunately, but that's okay. He's got a swivel at the elbow, but it's pretty tight. So grab it up by the top elbow hinge. He's got a double-jointed elbow, speaking of which. He's got a wrist swivel. He's got a swivel at the waist, which works pretty good. I will say, like, the back of the waist seems the same as Cheetor's, but maybe it's not. His hips kick forward and back. They kick out, back down. He's got a swivel down here at the knee. Again, that's pretty tight, so you may want to put some lubricant on that swivel to loosen it up a bit. Then he's got a hinge at the knee that works good. He's got a rocker at the foot as well as a hinge. So he's got plenty of articulation. Plenty. And as far as his blasters go, you can actually take them and peg them into these little slots on the sides of his hips here. Which, as long as you line it up, they'll go right in. Of course, now I can't do that. What the hell? They were attached. I had to go and take them off, didn't I? Alright, what the... These were going in. Fine, why aren't they going in now? Can't find the slot. Why can't there just be a big sticker that says tab in here, stupid? Okay, this is making me look like a total fool right now. I cannot find the hole that I tab these into. There it is. So I guess I was pegging it in too low. That's what she said. But as you can see, they peg right onto his hips there, like traditional kind of Western style guns. So he's like a gunslinger. Kind of like that Spawn I took a look at a month ago. Over a month ago now, isn't it? Oh my god. Yeah, it was last month. Trying to remember when I upload stuff, because I've been uploading a lot lately. But there you go. There he is with his guns on his hips. Looking like a boss. Like a straight boss. I really dig this figure, man. Not sure what else to say other than let's take a look at some comparisons. First up, here is Covert Agent Ravage next to the Deluxe Class Cheetor and the Voyager Class Optimus Primal. And as you can see, even though he does reuse some parts from Cheetor, he stands a little bit taller than him while being a tad shorter than Primal. Not too shabby for what I believe is supposed to be considered a Deluxe Class. And last, but certainly not least, we have our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulus and the MK-11 Spawn. So with that being said, let's get this guy transformed into his beast mode. And as promised, here we have Covert Agent Ravage transformed into his beast mode, which I believe is a Jaguar. Don't quote me on that. But am I the only one who thought he was a panther? Am I stupid for thinking that? It's a giant black cat, for crying out loud. But at any rate, taking a closer look here. Very similar to Cheetor. Kind of. Kind of got a squint. But, very easy to transform. I really love these Beast Wars figures for that. It's not too overly complicated. One thing to note, though, his front legs are attached differently than Cheetor's, and you'll get a better look at this during comparison, but as you can see, they are one way on Cheetor and the other way on this guy. So I'm not sure why that is, but okay. But as far as articulation goes, he's got a lot in the head, which is cool, because Cheetor didn't have any. His mouth opens up, which is pretty cool. His legs will kick forward and back here. You can bend them here, but it has a stopping point there. He's got ball joints on the paws down here. Then the hind legs do articulate as well. And so does the tail. Hinges up and down. You can store the blasters back here. I have them this way because that's how I have them in robot mode. It's just easier to convert to and from with them facing that way. But obviously, the way you should probably put it is the pegs facing downward. So it looks a little bit less kibbly, I guess is the word I'm looking for. He's got the heels sticking out of the backs of his hind legs there, which is something I guess the Cybertron figure improves upon, but I don't mind that too much. I think this is a really solid deluxe figure. He's really cool in both modes, and I gotta say, this is probably one of my favorite Beast modes out of this whole Beast Wars line. So with that being said, let's take a look at some comparisons while we have him in said Beast mode. First up, here is Covert Agent Ravage next to the Deluxe Class Cheetor and Voyager Class Optimus Primal once again, and as you can see, he has a lot in common with Cheetor as far as the Beast mode goes, even though they do have different torsos, heads, and the front legs are put on differently. Still kind of perplexed by that, but I digress. And compared to Primal, you can see just how much bigger than a standard Deluxe Ravage really is. And last but certainly not least, we have our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulus, okay, 11 Spawn once again, and is it just me or is Ravage actually proportionate with these guys? Not sure if that was intentional, but I guess it's pretty cool. At any rate though, let's get this guy transformed back into his robot mode and wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and if it isn't obvious by now, I really dig this figure. Gotta say, this is probably one of the best Transformers I picked up all year, and that's saying something because as far as the Beast Wars stuff is concerned, I think that's some of the best Transformers stuff Hasbro's done in years. And I know not everyone digs on Beast Wars, but you gotta give credit where it's due, right? And I think it's definitely due here. Especially since I was able to go in and get it with no problems. I am looking at you still, Mattel Creations. What the hell is your deal? But at any rate, yeah, this is a bit expensive, but so aren't all exclusives, right? But if you have the opportunity to pick it up for the initial retail price, or maybe a tad more, I would highly suggest you do so, because this thing is probably going to go up in value. I don't know if it's still available on Hasbro Pulse right now, but if it is, pass it up at your own peril, because this is one hell of a badass figure. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And if you are so inclined, please hit that notification bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one, because we got to show that algorithm who's boss, right? And if you haven't already, hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions. But as always, please keep the comments simple, because the world sucks enough as it is. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.